everybody. I have something interesting to show you today. I have been working on it for quite some time, and I think that it would make a good feature for this channel, because I know I haven't uploaded in a while. Yeah. Anyways, sorry for no tutorial for the other thing. That was quite a while ago. There's not really any point, I don't think. If you still want one, let me know. Just let me know in the comments. You know what to do. As you did last time. So you probably still do. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know. That video was a while ago. Anyway, it's pretty simple. It was just like two doors that were perpendicular to each other. Like, oh, two doors, one big door, elevator. God, that was a while ago. That was in 1.16. Isn't that insane? That was when there was still the floor glitch, if I remember correctly, and I fell through a couple times. Fun. Anyways, Create's had quite the improvement since the last time I made a proper video on it, and I know this is probably highly anticipated amongst you who actually watch my channel. Anyway, so you may have heard of a mod called Valkyrian Skies, or more importantly, Create Clockwork, which is what you're looking at here. This is a drill I made, using the Create Mechanical drills. Anyway, you can make physics objects with Valkyrian Skies if you did not know. So I went ahead and made a drill. Took me some time. I couldn't really find any videos on it to help me in my process. I did find one, however. I forget who it was by. So what we have here are 2 tank treads, very long ones, because the balance wasn't quite right. It would just fall over and just dig straight down, and we don't want that. We want it to come out of the ground after going back into the ground. So what I have in here is a very expensive, however highly functional, very important part of this is a gantry, which will, when rotating, will allow us to move this counterweight back and forth. So when it's back, it shifts the weight to the back of the drill, which makes it go up when it's down, and when it's forwards, it lets us go down when we're up on a flat surface like this. Now you're probably itching to see how this works. You see I've added a few seats. Here is the on button, the clutch, 2 gear shifts, very rudimentary. I could have prettied it up a bit, could have made it like control panel turning and stuff, but because this is a very early concept for drills, for those of you who have been struggling like I was. In here we have 2 basic controls. This one moves the weight back and forth, however, silly me only let it work when the drill is rotating, which is happening now. As you can see, it will dig the ground even when it's flat, and that will cause it to go down. However, if we want it to go down faster, we'll just click this, bring it forward, and you can see we are properly going down as we have tilted, and we are leaving a very nice, very even, well, as even as it gets. There's some straight blocks, and yes, occasionally it will get stuck like that because of pesky block that always gets between these drills. I have no idea how it keeps happening, although given enough time, it will mine it, or you could just reverse and hit it again. I don't know how to fix that. If any of you copy this, if any of you have your own drills, please let me know how you fix that issue. It is very annoying, very such a pain. I'm just going to stop the drill and start it again, and look at that, it went right through it. Pesky little sandstone block no more. And yes, I have only tested this in this test world in sandstone blocks, so it may be slower, it may come across more issues in an actual world. I don't know how to copy these Valkyrian Skies clockwork contraptions over very easily without having to disassemble them, and I really don't want to disassemble this before I show you guys. You probably understand. Get rid of that block again, and look at it go. It has officially gone underground instead of just digging the ceiling, which is great. And now it keeps getting stuck, which it didn't happen in all the test runs I did, so I don't know why it's doing that. However, when we get deep enough, I will come back and show you the tunnel it makes. Hey everybody, it's me again. As we are approaching Y0, I thought it would be best to show you a view of the tunnel from a spectator point of view, just to show you how the line of curvature, you know, whatever you want to call it, science words, not very good with them. However, as you can see, it starts off quite flat, you know. It's got this very uneven floor. It doesn't matter because the treads are only on the sides. Maybe there's a way to pretty that up, I don't know. Anyway, as you can see, it goes very flat, very smooth, and that's because we don't want it to tip over. And in lots of my test runs, you can see the one over there, it would just exponentially get steeper and steeper until eventually it was vertically facing downwards, which we do not want. As you can see, it's got stuck again. Promise it did better in the test runs. Please, someone help me fix that issue. Anyways, I think what I'm gonna do is lift it up. Wrong button. I'm gonna flick that lever again, push the counterweight back, and watch it pull up miraculously. Yeah, another design flaw is that it may tip over. I've never had it happen. This thing is way too heavy to pick up with the vanilla Gravitron, so you are going to have a fun time if you're trying to use this in survival. And there is the use of creative modus, which you could probably replace with industrial modus from Create to Factory Must Grow. That's what I designed this in mind for, as most clockwork contraptions, I believe, use that, as it is a very small, very portable use of kinetic energy. So we are stuck again. As you can see, we've kind of reached the end of the curve. It's flattening out here. Very uneven, very... oh god, that's terrible. Nope, it hasn't come into any issues yet. And it's going up, you see? That took me so long to figure out, you have no idea. Oh dear, that is... oh dear, that is Buggy World-Gen. Let's hope we don't hit the water wall, because there is no way I can turn it underground, as I have not tested it yet actually, so we can try, but I doubt it will work due to how big it is. That's going to go backwards, yeah, not very limited, just a concept, but it works in my opinion, so I am happy to share this with you all, because this took a lot longer than it should have, and a lot more headaches than it should have, and it's stuck again. Another thing worth mentioning, if this did go into a cave, I have no idea how it would fare. A very large cave probably would tip over. Not very survival friendly, just... it digs. Oh look, we've reached the top again, and oh goodness, it is rocking like a ship. Look at that, it works. And now that the drill's out and it's still going, I'm just going to wait until we get far enough forward that it will tip over, like that, and then I'll stop the drill so it doesn't dig anymore, and we are going straight into the sea. Fantastic. Let's turn around, shall we? But yeah, that's my very complicated, not really that complicated actually. I'm not going to make a tutorial for this because it's all here. You can, I'll explain it a little bit more in a minute. But I do want to start making more builds, and I will be posting schematics into my Discord server when I have that up for you to go and have a look, because I really want to see what you guys do with my unfinished, yeah, let's call them unfinished concept builds, however many there may be, how you can improve upon them. I want you guys to be able to use them in your worlds however you want. I just want you guys to have fun with my creations, and that's what this community is about, you know? Just sharing your creations with each other, making videos, posting them, letting other people experience them the best they can. But unfortunately for this, until I'm comfortable with decommissioning this, I do not want to share it just yet. This is the best you're going to get, I am afraid. Let's just pull that to a stop. So, quick rundown of how it works. You've got just a big ball, basically, a big ball of drills. It is all drills, because if I had if I had a dense interior, it would, a lot more of what was happening here would happen there, you get what I mean? And it's only in the middle one, so please, if anyone knows the solution to that, let me know. You've got just drills facing all kinds of directions, making sure you get all the blocks as you go down, because they do have to spin very fast for it to do that. As I've said, I don't know if it will work on stone. I'm hoping to test out in the future when I can, decommission this and maybe give you guys a schematic of it once I can figure a way how to safely do so. So yeah, just a lot of drills facing in all random directions to make sure it gets all the blocks. And that is being moved by a mechanical bearing right here, with a lot of glue in places it shouldn't be, and a lot of drills in places that don't make sense, but it works, so I don't care. Anyways, down to the rest of it, I've got all of that hooked up with a bunch of vertical gearboxes, case chain drives to connect it to the. Where is the? Where is it? There's a creative motor in there somewhere. I think it needs to. There it is. You probably feel that from the bottom. That's powering this clutch, and when the clutch is done, that stops that from moving. That also, design flaw, stops this from moving for whatever reason. In the way of trying to make the weight as balanced as possible, so it could actually go down at the right angle, I had to really compromise on where I put stuff. There's probably a million better ways you could do this. This is just my way of doing it, but I had to put all this here so that the weight wasn't too imbalanced, and now the right box to hold it back. Anyways, you've got the clutch up here, which moves the. Is that a clutch? No, it's a gear shift, isn't it? What are you? Gear shift, yeah. Gear shift that changes the direction of this, which moves the counterweight back and forth. And then you've just got this basic controls for all the tank treads here. This one reverses the direction of this one reverses the direction of this one. If you hooked it up with some redstone links and a linked controller, you could just make it to A and D to just turn it. And then here is the clutch for the entire thing. That moves it backwards when I press shift. I've just found it too, so I can unstop it from being stopped by the pesky little sandstone blocks that keep working their way into the center bit. Again, please let me know if anyone can fix this. Anyways, that's pretty much it. The length of this, if any of you are interested, is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 21, 22, 23 blocks long. Because of how smooth you want that, entering and exiting to be for you actually to be able to go up and down with this thing, which is a big challenge, guys. Please someone do it better than me. This is terrible. Anyway, that's pretty much it. I'm just going to give you a little look at the tunnel it made and all the other tunnels it made. Bit of a bump there. Yeah, that's it. Pretty cool. If I do say so myself. Anyway, that's it, guys. Thank you for watching. Hope this was as entertaining as my last video, and see you in the next one.